Begin this very busy hour with that breaking news on the security scare in Washington. A driver now in custody after crashing a U-Haul truck into a barrier just 1 block from the White House last night. Police say they believe the suspect crashed the truck intentionally. A law enforcement official telling NBC News the driver was also making threats to the White House. Investigators also seized a Nazi flag from the scene. Joining us with more is NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles. Ryan, good morning. What exactly happened?
Yeah, Jose, first let me give you an idea of just how close we are to the White House, and then we'll talk about exactly what happened here. First, take a look. You can see the tire tracks where this U-Haul came through, and then it kept careening up through that barrier right there and was stopped at the edge of Lafayette Park. And you can see the White House here behind me, only about a block away from where this U-Haul ended up. Now, the security posture here did its job. This truck wasn't getting any further, but it was relatively close to the White House, enough so where this entire area was shut down, including a hotel that's right across the street from where I'm standing that was evacuated overnight. They were concerned, of course, with what could possibly be inside that U-Haul. After they cleared the scene, they were able to open this area back up, get the people back in the hotel, and that's where they arrested the suspect, who they believe intentionally rammed this U-Haul into these barriers. They found some paraphernalia inside the truck, including a swastika, a Nazi flag. They're not exactly sure what that has to do with this incident, but we are told by law enforcement sources that he was making threatening statements toward the White House, attacks against the White House, and that's part of why he was put under arrest. And this is the suspect. His name is Sai Varshish Kandula. He's a 19-year-old from Chesterfield, Missouri. He's being charged with a number of crimes as a result of this incident, the most serious being threatening to kill, kidnap, inflict harm on a president, vice president, or a family member, and destruction of federal property. Now, it's important to point out that at no point do Secret Service believe that the president, the vice president, any member of their family were in any type of danger. Again, the security posture here did indeed work. But, Jose, you have to wonder if that U-Haul had been filled with explosives or some other device that could have caused a lot of damage. A lot of people could have been hurt in this incident. That wasn't the case this time around. No one was hurt. None of the officers that responded or any White House personnel. So this was no doubt a very scary situation, and there will be a price to pay for the suspect if convicted. But at this point, and the investigation continues with no serious injuries. Jose?
And so, Ryan, I know this investigation is just starting in many ways, but do we know anything about this person as far as does this person have a rap sheet? Is there anything about his past that we've been able to find?
At this point, we're starting our own look into his past. Obviously, security officials are as well. We do know that he is from the Midwest, from Missouri. He's only 19 years old. Whether or not he had any specific connection to any white supremacist groups or neo-Nazi organizations, that's something we have not been able to determine as of yet. Obviously, someone that would take a step like this, there's probably a lot going on in their background that investigators still need to look into, but everything at its early stages at this point, Jose.